Hello everybody. Oh, you know, I forgot to put the camera up. That's sad. I'm having a rough day. I really am. I had a lot of things to do today, and I'm hungry. I have not eaten. I had a boiled egg. I just decided I want some eggplant, so I have some in the fridge, and I forgot that I even bought it. It's kind of going bad. See, it's gotten mushy, so I'm gonna have to cut that part out. Well, that's sad. These things are so expensive. So I'm just going to make some eggplant. Sometimes I make it with like fish or sardines, but I don't have any. And I did not want to go out and I didn't want to place an order. So I made my own recipe. I'm going to do onions. I have this big red onion that I bought the other day. It's so huge. Do they use hormones? Or I don't know why they're so big, but it doesn't even fit in my onion dish. Maybe it will today because I'm going to be using more. That's why I pulled it out. Oh, these are great for your fridge. They come with peppers and onions. And you can, I'm sure you can order them from Amazon or Temu. Yeah, Temu sells everything. And they keep them fresh. I have a pepper too, a big giant yellow one. I used to have a lot, but I got rid of them. You can't keep them too long. It's plastic. So the two that I have were ones that I didn't use, so that's why I still have them. Anyway, I just go on and on sometimes. And so I got some sauce. It's just traditional sauce. Normally when I buy spaghetti sauce, I always get the plain because I like to add my own garlic and peppers and stuff like that. Sometimes I don't even buy the sauce. I just use the tomatoes and let them boil down. But I happen to have some, so I'm going to use it. And I got some garlic cloves, some red bell pepper, some Italian seasoning. I did pick up some Parmesan cheese. I only like the Kraft. I don't like generic products when it comes to my food. I don't like them at all. And then this is not what I wanted, but this is what they sent the other day when I placed the order last week. I wanted the bigger one. I've never even had this. This is so little, but and I got 2 boxes, so I'm gonna be eating these for a while. Yeah. And I got some. I went in the garden and picked some thyme. Mosquitoes started biting me, so I ran back in. I did grab a few tomatoes, but I couldn't get a lot because I didn't want to keep getting bit. And then this time I had in the refrigerator. It's kind of dried out at this point, but I'm going to still use it. I got tomato. This was tomato from 2 weeks ago shopping, but it's still good. So one thing good, when you're cooking, go ahead and use your tomatoes that are ripe because you can't eat them. They're just too soggy. And then I do got some ripe tomatoes. I bought these when I bought the eggplants. And then I showed you this before. I put peppers in the freezer, so that's just some bonnet pepper. And I don't know what these are called. Maybe chili peppers? I'm not sure. And there's a piece of scallion in there. So I just rinsed it off with cold water to take the ice off. So I guess we'll get started. I guess we'll start on this rotten one first. I don't know how far it's in there, but it looks like it's right there on the back side. Yeah. It's a shame. All of that has to waste. Some people eat it, but I don't like stuff like that, so in fact I'm gonna cut away some more. I guess I need to get a bigger knife. What's going on? This looks like the rotten came all the way through. You see it's still there. See it? I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this one. I don't know. Oh, it smells very fresh though, so I'm going to keep going. Get a bowl. Smells very fresh. Thank God for something. So the other day when I was in that consignment shop, they had some aprons. The one that I liked, which was only one, it was too tight. It was a bummer. It was gorgeous. I really want to get one. Maybe next time. I don't know about that. Let's try this one. It's a bit soggy. Oh no, this one's soggy too. You know what? I didn't take them out the bag, and that's what happened. They got like freezer burn. They've been in the bag. And had I taken it out the bag, this wouldn't have happened. Oh no, am I going to even be able to do this video? Okay, that's done. So thank God for that. Okay. So I don't like the skin. I do not like the way it tastes. I got a bread cutter knife. Do you see that, guys? That's funny. Okay. Oops. Excuse me. Okay. And so I'm going to be browning these first. And so I'm going to keep them whole so it'll be easy to flip. And I'm so glad I remember because I was just about to dice it. My goodness. A lot of people aren't a fan of eggplants, but they're really good. Especially you can get those little eggplants. They're really, really yummy. All right, let me see if I could salvage any of this one. I don't know. That's a bit soggy. You see that? I don't like things like that. Let's just cut that off and see what's the next layer like. I think I can get maybe one piece out of here. A couple pieces at least there. Okay. So we got 3 pieces of the rotten one. Yeah. I need to get another plate. So my kitchen's turned around because I decluttered everything. I get lost. I got to get used to the new setup. Let's slice the tomatoes. And I'm going to do thin slices. I should have got a bigger plate. Mmm. These are so fresh. They smell so good. It's a bit on the ripe side though. I don't like my tomatoes ripe. I like them unripened. They're fresher to me. They have a fresher taste. But we all have different taste buds, and I do know that. We got some pepper. Oh, that tomato made so much water. Some garlic. I already boiled the pasta, so that's already boiled. I don't know if you noticed, but I love Italian dishes. They have such a delicious taste with the, the basil, the garlic, the pepper, and the tomatoes. Just such a good taste. They pair so well together. I don't have any basil though, but I do have some Italian season, and I'm going to substitute for the thyme. I didn't buy basil because why would I? I have 2 thyme herbs in my backyard, herb plants, so this doesn't make no sense to buy basil. And I love the taste of thyme, so if I'm not mistaken, they have some basil in here. Yeah, you see it? They put basil in their sauce. They have it all over the picture. So now I need a bigger knife for that. So forced to get one. So I tried to film from this angle so you could see, and I guess it's a better angle. And I was so excited that I actually remembered to do that this time. I forgot to even do an intro and film myself. Did I even welcome you guys to my channel? My gosh, I hope everybody's doing well. I totally forgot. Like I said, I'm having a rough day. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, comment, and share. And like I said, if you whack that garlic, it makes it so easy. See, it comes right off. If not, you have to sit there and peel it off. I do not like to peel garlic. Some dishes require whole garlic and you have to actually peel it. It takes forever. So that's a little trick. And it just comes right out. So simple. You know, I peeled garlic growing up. I never knew you could whack it and it comes out. I wish somebody would have taught me years ago, because I was tortured peeling garlic for my family. Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't know. A friend of mine in the Bronx taught me years ago. Okay, I think that should be enough. Can you see that? It's right there. That's a lot, and that should be enough. You want this dish to have a lot of garlic. In fact, I'm going to add more. I don't feel like smashing it. Sometimes I just get frustrated and I just leave the skin on. You can cook the skin. It's not going to kill you. While you're eating it, you will feel it and you'll just remove it as you're eating. Or even if you eat it, it's not a big deal. It's not going to do anything. Give this a slight dice or chop. Okay, it's mostly smashed already. And I need to put it in my smasher, but I'm not. Because that's more I have to clean. Yes, I realized that the last time. I had to clean that pedal. What is it called? A mortar and pesto. You have to clean it. Let's get some onion. And you can use any onion. I'm using red because this is what I have. Now, this type of dish, I would prefer a yellow onion. Yeah. But this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to use. And I do have a piece of scallion. It was in the freezer. So, yeah. I want some like big chunky pieces of onion. Okay, this looks good. Okay, so we'll move. I'll get my hands washed. We'll move over there. Did I cut everything? Yeah, I cut everything that I need to cut. Oh, let's do that thyme real quick. So I cleaned, you know, the stove has a bottom drawer. I cleaned it. I threw out some things and it's just so clean. I washed everything. Everything's so clean. These things were greasy. So remember, with the thyme, you pull it back from the opposite direction and it comes right off. See? So simple. And then the top is a bit harder, so you can just pluck them. It smells so good. So you go opposite. If the leaves are going up, you come down and just pull. So if you have some fresh basil, more the merrier. Because, you know, Italian dishes, oh my gosh, that basil, that taste, it has that beautiful taste and that beautiful aroma. But, like I said, this is what I have, so. And when I ordered the tomatoes and the eggplant, I should have ordered some basil. I just didn't think to. And so this is where I'm at now. I'm just stuck with what I have. So growing up, I didn't know about thyme. My mom never used thyme, and if she did, I just don't remember. Because I wasn't always in the kitchen, you know. Most of the time I was in the kitchen helping, but Not always. So she may have had time and maybe I just missed it. But I learned this from my daughter's father. He's from Bermuda. And he taught me about time. He makes some delicious Bermudan dishes. That's one thing about these island men, man. They will cook for their women and their families. So, I don't know what's going on. American men suck, man. They can't even lift a finger. My gosh. Such lazy. Lazy. Especially the new generation. Oh, my God. They can't even lift a finger. Not all. Not all. Because I have met some men that they've been over backwards all day long. So. But for the most part, from my knowledge, people from other countries, the men, they're the ones that control the cooking. Oh yeah. Especially like those Hispanic countries, those men, they know how to cook. In the Caribbeans, Jamaica, and you see them on YouTube, they all have shows. They all have cooking shows. But anyway, so he taught me about time. He told me to sit next to him one day and he wanted me to help him do something. And he took a big old bush. He had like a big old bush because he was about to make like some, I think it was some goat meat with some rice and beans and cabbage. Oh, it was delicious. And he pulled out this big bush. I was like, what's that? I thought it was like marijuana. I was like, well, what are we about to do with it? And he was like, this is time. We're going to just peel it off because we're going to put it in the food. I was like, oh, okay. I said, what do we do with it? He said, you just pluck it off. And that flavor, and from that time, oh my goodness, that goat meat was to die for. He had made a Jamaican dish because he has cousins from Jamaica. Even though him and his family are from Bermuda, he has cousins from Jamaica, family from Jamaica. And they were coming. We were at his shop. He used to own a lot of shops in New York. We were in the back of his shop and we were cooking. Then his auntie came and she finished the cooking and that food was delicious. Oh my gosh. But a lot of Jamaicans cook with thyme. Yeah. It's a Caribbean herb. Well, it's going to be Italian today because that's what we're making. I've dated American men. They never cooked for me. They can't even do breakfast. It's sad. I used to date this guy from Iran years ago in New York. It didn't last long. I didn't like him. We were just really different. It just was weird kind of. But he was from Iran and he would invite me to his mom's place or his sister's and they would have all this food and they would say that he stayed up all night cooking it for me. I was like, wow, that was so impressive. He had a beautiful family. I loved and adored his sister and his mother. I just didn't like him. But I look back, I should have stayed with him because I would have had all his children. He would have been the father of my kids and he would have taken care of me and my children. We would have had nothing to worry about. Yeah. I got, this was in my freezer and I didn't have it wrapped, so it kind of dried out. But I kind of like when they get dried too. It has like a roasty taste. So I added some of those too. So I'm going to set up at the stove and I'll meet you there. Right. You need quite a bit of oil for this. I'm using olive oil. So doing cooking tutorials was easy for me because I always like to prep my food anyway, So it was just so easy. Like I always prep first and then I prepare my food. So I just want to show you, make sure you use fresh ingredients. I know one was a little bad, but it still smelled good. It had a good smell. So I always like to prep my food anyway. It wasn't a big deal. And I'm using frozen peppers. I explained that I don't cook food much, so my peppers been going bad, so I just decided to freeze them. And this way I don't have to just waste money. Yeah. So I'm still using those peppers. It's a lot. Where's my clamps? Oh no. I don't see them anywhere. Are they in the drawer? Oh, I see them. They're in the back. Okay. All right. So let that get hot. Let me see if it's hot. No, not yet. Okay. So we're going to brown off the eggplant. Let me get a plate. It's right here. Excuse me. I don't know if I'm in the way or what. I never filmed on this side. Just trying to give you a better view. All right. And I have a big pot because we're going to cook it in here. In fact, we can start this. No, I don't want to do two things at once. I've done that before in a video and I got so flustered. We're going to do one thing at a time, but you saute the onions and the garlic and the tomatoes in here. Let that simmer, and then we're going to add the eggplants into that sauce. This pot normally gets hot fast. Okay, there it is. And eggplants absorb a lot of the oil. That's why I put extra. They're like mushrooms. They absorb a lot. I don't want to fry the pot too much because I want it to brown. I should have used my cast iron pot. Well, this is cast iron too. I almost threw this out, but it was Capilon, so I just decided to keep it. So this one back here and this one, these are cast iron. I was going to throw them out. They was in the pile to be donated, yeah. But I was like, Tanya, don't be stupid. You need your pots because you're going to have to buy a new one. Because I can just use my cast iron pots. I have a stack of them. I keep them in the stove. In fact, I need to clean inside the stove, but I'm going to need help with that because you have to bend inside, and that's real complicated for me. See, all the oil's gone already. It's a shame. I forgot I wanted to add butter. That's why I got the butter out. I never cut my butter. Let me see if it'll cut. Oh! Oh no, it went in the fire. Okay, well, we won't be cutting butter anymore, but it did work. Yeah. Sorry. So let's get a butter knife. You see, it sucked up all that oil. That was a lot of oil. And you guys know olive oil is expensive, so I just can't keep using it all. Well, I better get that smoke detector. I forgot. I'm going to go do it. I'll be right back. Excuse me. I wonder if you could use vegetable oil. That may work better. You know, because vegetables oil is cheaper. So, I think we're going to do that, which I really hate to do, but I have a big old thing. So, I'm going to add a little bit of oil. I'm just thinking it'll hold longer because this absorbs that olive oil so easily. Is it browning? I guess so. Okay, it's browning now. A lot of time when you don't have browning, add butter. It picks up the paste. Are you guys real picky in the kitchen? Like, when my son cooks, he doesn't know how to clean up properly and I always have to come clean again. It's so frustrating. He's going to have a good wife. And they're just going to be living in a messy place. Oh, I'm sure they'll have me come over and clean, which I will, because you know, us mothers, we're always at our kids' house. filming. Yes, thank God. Okay. Pretty much no oil in the pot now. So I need to get some more butter or something in here. Add a little bit more olive oil. This one should be done. Yeah, you see that browning? That's what you want. I don't brown mine too much because I don't want to get sick. But if you could tolerate it, go ahead and brown them a lot. Still need some more here. Oh yeah, see the browning? Nice, that one's done. I'm going to turn the fire down just a bit. Oh no, the pot's pretty much burning. There's no oil. It's all disappeared. Do you see how dry it is? Oh my gosh. Okay. Like I said, the eggplant absorbs a lot of the oil. Like mushrooms. You ever cook mushrooms? They absorb so much of the the oil. Okay. The oil's finished again. This is sad. Be careful not to let the cat out. I'm not going to add any more oil, so this is going to be it. Because, it's just ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. So those last 3 pieces didn't get cooked too much, but it is what it is. That pot is hot. I think I'm going to add a little bit water to it because it's hot. Okay, so let's move over to this pot. I'm getting hot. I should have brought my fan. All right, put the fire on. In fact, let me just stay on this side because I have all my ingredients over here. I'll just smooth this pot. Just makes more sense. Okay, let me just get the angle. Oh, I should have left it, but that's good enough. So we'll put some olive oil. More olive oil, I know. That's why I didn't use any more oil, because I couldn't put more oil. That's why I started using the olive oil again. Olive oil is much healthier, so if you have to use a lot, why not? Let that get hot. These look delicious. I want to eat them right now. They look delicious. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'll be back. I'm going to go grab my fan. Okay. All right, let's put the vegetables. Gonna saute everything but the tomatoes. Let me put this butter back. We're going to give this a quick browning, and then we're going to add the tomatoes. I really needed more garlic. I just got tired of cutting it. You know, I rarely have garlic seasoning. I buy it sometimes, but I rarely have it. Okay. Excuse me. The AC's on, but it just gets hot. You need like a little fan. Because, you know, cooking by the stove, it's hot. Yeah. Okay, we'll add that in. Remember, these vegetables are going to have a lot of time to cook. So, everything will be nice and soft. I should have grabbed a few more tomatoes from my garden, but there's some stuff that I buy to put down for the mosquitoes. I guess it's washed away, so I need to go buy some more. So I need to make a trip to Home Depot urgently. And this is on high heat. Doesn't it look delicious? Can you see it? Yummy. See if I can get it up a little higher, because this pot is higher than that saute pot. So, you know, you can't get too close because you don't want that heat in your phone. Wait a minute. I don't know if that's better or not. Is it? A little bit. Okay. And just chop those tomatoes, those big ones, chop them up a bit. And if you don't like spice, just leave out those peppers and just add bell pepper. The green or the sweet, you know, yellow or red. Yeah. So that's a big old bonnet pepper. You see that? That's bonnet pepper. I love spicy food. And normally I'll do this first and let it cook maybe like a half an hour to really get those tomatoes to break down. But I didn't think to do that, so this is where we're at. So this is what we're gonna do. I don't even know if I need any red pepper because I got enough peppers in there. I'm gonna put my Italian season in with my thyme, and I like a lot. Big old heaping spoonful. That's a large spoon. I wanted to buy the canned tomato sauce, but that's what they brought to the house. They never get you what you want. So sad. Let those seasonings roast just a bit. I'm going to add the sauce. I'm not going to use the whole thing. It's just way too much. And I'm going to need some water. Let that give this let this boil just a bit. Go ahead and that's a cup of water. I was going to add the eggplants, but look like it's starting to kind of burn, and I don't want that. So, yeah. Got it on high heat at this time. And these will break up, hopefully, or maybe they'll stay whole. But it's good if you break them up and mash them, and then you can eat it with like pita bread. That's good too, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to eat it with pasta. Is this a healthy dish? I don't know, because we used a lot of oil, so I think healthy went out the door. But nevertheless, it's better than eating meat. Most Italian dishes consist of meat, so we left that ingredient out. And you could even put this in a roasting pan and put it in your oven and bake it with any kind of cheese, like, of course, Italian cheeses, mozzarella, provolone, parmesan. You want to use some type of Italian cheese. So I have this on high heat, and I want it to come to a boil. I don't think I need to add any more sauce. I think that's enough. That sauce tastes delicious. So now all that's going to come together, that garlic, that thyme, the tomatoes and the onions, the eggplant, because those eggplants got flavor now, especially with all that olive oil in it and that butter. So it's going to all come together, and I got those peppers in there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we'll put the top on and turn it down. We're going to let this simmer for, say, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. It just depends. So I'll do dishes and then we'll come back and plate it up. Okay, we're back. Let's check on it. I almost fell asleep as usual. Oh. So I love the way the sauce is. You see that? Oh, yummy, 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 yummy. Like I said, sometimes I eat this, like when guests are coming, I'll cook this with pita bread. And, but you would let it cook down more so you could like use it like a dip. It's really good. But I normally put like fish or sardines in it to give it a nice salty, savory taste. Yeah. So, I guess it's done. I mean, the eggplants were pretty much cooked already because I'm hungry. But I would let this cook up a little bit more, but I'm hungry, so let me get a plate. I'm just going to do a little bit of pasta. My daughter's cat is here. Hey, I'm keeping him for the day. Keeping her for the day, sorry. So you could even put the pasta in the sauce if you like, but I'm not. I might need to move those teacups. That ain't going to work. And I want about 3. I want a big one. Here's a big one right here. Oh, that's not too big. What happened to the big ones? Because we had some big ones. Okay, well that's a piece of a big one. And then get some of that delicious stuff from the bottom of the pot. So you see, I used a little bit of pasta because I'm getting a lot of vegetables. Even getting another little one. Gonna remove that from the fire. And we got this cheese, and it's good to have fresh cheese, but I don't use it so it'll go bad, so this will stay. And do you put it in the refrigerator? Let me see. Let me see what it says. Because I normally just keep mine in the cabinet. It says refrigerate after open. Okay. So, I mean, it's still delicious, but that's why you buy the most expensive brand, so it tastes close to the fresh stuff. But you can get the fresh stuff. Every time I buy fresh cheese, it always goes bad because nobody doesn't eat cheese in here but me. So, I'm safe off buying this. This will last for maybe a year. I hope you enjoyed this dish. Like I said, if you want to make a dip, you can add salted cod, saltfish, or sardines. And it give it like a nice savory fishy taste. And you could let the eggplants melt down a bit and then mash it together gently. Like you would just use this very gently because you want it to be like a thick mash. Sort of like mashed potatoes, like that, but with the sauce and the onions. And then you can dip it with the pita bread. It's really great when you have guests over. And you could even add some more Italian seasonings or red pepper flakes or thyme, you know, but I'm going to eat it like this. Yeah. So use less pasta and use more eggplant. The vegetables are healthier for you. The pasta is not. And they have the wheat pasta too, which I don't like, but okay, God bless. I'll see you next time. Bon appetit.